welcome to the video. Today we're gonna talk about books. Welcome to my reading corner. It's my little couch. It's actually higher. The legs aren't on right now. Little lamp there, my cat post, my little table right there, and bookshelves over there. Welcome to my little reading corner. This is my creative corner. This is where I allow myself to be in my little creative world. So I can separate that from my bed, separate that from my desk where I do my schoolwork. This is my creative corner where I can be my imaginative self to the fullest potential. But I've been in a really bad reading slump. I think since the beginning of the relationship, I was in from March to May, and I just never really got into it again. But the book that I want this video to, I know this video will help me read and it will help me stop procrastinating, because I have so many books on my shelf that I have not read but I need to read in order for my mom to let me buy new books or to buy me new books. I'm praying that I can finish most of what I have between this year and February, between like the rest of this year and February, and we're gonna knock off as much as we can in this next week or so. We're gonna start, I have picked 6 books to read in this next week or so. 2 of them I'm not reading like completely from the beginning because I've gotten more than halfway through. We're gonna show you the ones I'm okay. Let me show you what I'm starting off with. Starting off with Unloved. I'm genuinely loving this book so far. It's by Peyton Corinne. She's a new author. This is her second book. It's a hockey romance series. I love hockey romance, if you know me. I die for hockey romance. Let me read the synopsis to you. They would be so easy to love, but they both feel unlovable. Matt Freddie Frederick is all smiles, at least on the surface. On the ice, he's the ace left winger for the Waterville Wolves with a stellar reputation in bed. But in the classroom, he's barely scraping by with a 2.0 GPA, retaking failed classes and struggling with the rough mix of dyslexia, dyscalculia, and ADHD. Now tied to an NHL contract upon graduation, Freddie needs help to pass biology with the professor he has a tumultuous past with. Rose Sheriff is a hopeless romantic with terrible luck in love, and Freddie's newly assigned tutor, trying to convince herself that she's very happy with her on-again, off-again boyfriend, Rose desperate for real affection. Her tutoring sessions with Freddie lead to late-night phone calls and a deep understanding of each other's hidden pains. A real friendship strikes up between them. Can they find a way to prove their love to each other, or will Freddie's past and reputation convince him that he's not worthy of the one person he's ever cared about? I'm on page... What page am I on? I'm on page 182 out of 450. I read it on I went to the gym today and I was reading it on the treadmill, and then I was reading it during my shift because I'm just kind of guarding. I'm just making sure no one gets hurt and making sure everyone follows the rules. So I was just reading, and I can also relate to Ro, and I won't talk too much about it because I'm not done, but I can also relate to Ro in she doesn't feel seen sometimes, where she feels out of place, and she has a hard time realizing or pulling herself away from a situation that she knows isn't good for her. With her now ex-boyfriend, for years they've been on and off, and he cheats her horribly. He calls her names. He's poor girl. This poor girl does not deserve the things that man puts her through, and she just realized, where I am in the book, she just realizes that. In my first relationship, it took me a year and therapy to finally realize this isn't healthy. And I'm so happy my baby Ro finally realized that, because she deserves the world. And Freddie, he's misunderstood. He's misunderstood. I'll talk more about it when I am done. I can't wait to finish it. It's so good. It's been a rough few months. Okay, I look so bad right now. But I finished Unloved yesterday. I literally read this entire part of it yesterday. It has given me a new perspective of love. It has given me higher standards when it comes to love and relationships, and also relate to Ro, the main character. She's like constantly worrying about if she's doing something wrong in a relationship or if she's being too much in a relationship. And because of her ex-boyfriend. And then he oh my god, I love Matt. Matthew Frederick has my heart. Reese Koteski and Matthew Frederick have my heart. Please read it, and please read Unsteady. And I'm so excited for Unbound with Paloma and Bennett. Oh my god, I'm so happy I found this author and these books. This series is called the Undone series, by the way, and then I'm gonna go finish Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. So yeah, like 4.5 stars. Recommend. I almost cried. I recommend. I did not cry, but I would have cried if I wasn't like so locked in. Okay, next. I started this in December or January. I don't know. And I really, really liked it, just like everyone said I would. Oh, by the way, it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. We all know what this is about. It's like this woman, and she gets hired by this really famous actress to talk about her life. If I remember this correctly, because I haven't written it in a really long time. So like, and they have interviews, but she can't tell anyone. Like, she can't tell anyone, and she cannot release it until Evelyn's dead. And she like finds out so many things about Evelyn that no one knew, and like she really has to like take a look into Evelyn's life and like see what happened and why she is the way she is. And it's a really, really good book. I have so much left. I was on chapter 37 when I stopped. I think it was, I don't remember which husband this is. I think Harry Cameron. But it's like, it's a really good book, and I think I just kind of needed, I think I was just excited about this because I got it in the mail. So I was like, we're reading this, and I was glad I read it. Oh my god. But we need to finish this. So that's another goal, to finish this. And I'll talk more about it later. Guess who just finished another book? Second day of the week, and I finished my second book of the week. I did cry. So good. 5 stars. So good. In my perspective, and what I take from the book, I think it's like to teach you that all these things, money, fame, beauty, it doesn't matter if you don't have love. And she sacrificed love so many times for fame and money. And she just kept losing everyone. And then that plot twist. If there is one book you read in your life that isn't romance, that isn't self-help, that isn't fantasy, that just is, read this. It like teaches you to not be afraid of taking what you want, what you know is right, and doing what is right for you, and take chances. And love is so important, more important than money and fame and beauty will ever be. I need to read more of her books because this was amazing, really amazing, and I did not think I would like it this much. So good. But anyways, please read this if you're not. A spellbinding novel about love, glamour, and the price of fame. Good. And I'm so mad I didn't read this sooner, but I'm glad I read it for this vlog, or like I finished it for this vlog. Just read it, okay? Next is The Bro Code. I'm gonna finish that tomorrow. I'm doing so good so far. Read that. Okay, then The Bro Code. I'm honestly kind of over romances like just regular old romances like this with no deep meaning. Is it bad to say I'm over my Wattpad phase? Like, oh, I will definitely read a good fan fiction. Give me a fan fiction about Dean Winchester, Spencer Reed, freaking Sebastian Solo. But I'm just not much of a teen romance person anymore with no deep meaning. I don't enjoy these books much anymore. But basically, the bro code, each chapter is like a rule in the bro code, and this is her, she's like Eliza's, like, this guy Nick is Eliza's brother's best friend, and like the bro code is that you can't date siblings or whatever. And basically they just fall in love. There's kind of no deep meaning behind it, and I think that was always the problem with Wattpad books, is there's no meaning. It just is. But anyways, we're gonna finish that too, so I can finally forget about it. Okay, just finished the bro code. It got better the farther I got in, but it could be really cringy at times. Why are we using the word bro every 5 sentences? Like, I feel like it would be good. It would have been better if the word bro wasn't used so many times. If you're into like cheesy romances like brother's best friend and best friend's sister, then definitely give it a read. I'm gonna give it like 3.5 stars. Not my favorite, but not bad. I like how like friendship is a very important thing in it, but there's not much to say. Like I said, if you're into like cheesy rom-coms, then you should give it a read. To the 4th book of the week. Okay. My dad recommended it. He bought this for me, actually. It's a Portuguese author, Paulo Coelho. It's called Veronica Decides to Die. Basically, it's about a girl who tries to kill herself. She's unhappy in her life. Like, she's so many good things. Boyfriend, she's rich, like, good family. But she, like, feels like something's missing, so she kills herself. And she wakes up in a mental hospital. She's, like, told she has, like, a certain amount of time to live. And then, basically, each day she lives is a new opportunity for something. And, like, she's in this place, like, the writing is weird. And I've tried to read it so many times, and I'm going to read it from the beginning, I think. Basically, the book talks about people who, it's okay to not fit into society's patterns, and you don't have to conform to society's patterns. It just has a really good meaning behind it, and I think I was too young to understand that when my dad got me this. But I'm older now, and I will try to read it. And it's pretty small, so I feel like I could do it. Okay, I finally finished Veronica Decides to Die. This one was the shortest book, but it took me the longest to finish this week, and I don't know why. It's good though. I finally finished it years after starting it and DNFing it. I finally finished it, and I actually really liked it. Basically, this girl, she is bored of her life. She, like, every day she's bored of the routine she has. Same thing every day, no change. So she attempts to kill herself and wakes up in a mental hospital, and this doctor tells her that she has this heart condition and she has a week left to live. In this week, she meets these other people at the mental facility, like the asylum, and like this one of them asks, do you know what it means to be crazy? And like discovers these people's stories, especially like these 3 characters, Edward, Mari, and Zedka. She discovers their stories, and their stories are told as well. And one of them has anxiety, one of them has schizophrenia. I don't remember the other one. But like one of them does not even need to be there. She just chooses to be there because she feels safe there, because nothing can harm her there. And basically, like, this whole book's message is that it's never too late to change your path in life. And all these characters end up doing something different with their life. And at the end, she discovers that that heart condition wasn't real. He was just trying to prove, the doctor was just trying to prove that when you think you're gonna die, that's when you truly appreciate life and try to make the most of it. And Edward and Veronica would end up falling in love and leaving together, and his schizophrenia is like, isn't even, from what I believe, it isn't even real schizophrenia. The whole book is just teaching you that you don't need to conform to society's standards and society's what they think people should be like. If everyone were to be exactly if everyone were to fit inside the box society has made, it would be like we were all robots. And there's so much stigma around mental illnesses, and it makes people seem like they're crazy, yet they're not crazy. They're just different, and it's okay to be different. It's okay to want to do something different with your life. You don't have to be a lawyer or a doctor or all those they're not simple, or all those like normal jobs. It's okay to want to be a painter, a musician. And basically, like, through this week, she keeps thinking she's gonna die. She obviously does not die because there's nothing wrong with her heart. And she, like, failed attempted suicide. But, she, like, discovers her passion for life and music and love. And, like, she finds pleasure in living again and finds pleasure in doing things again. And it's a really nice story. And I think I'm going to give it 5 stars. And this is, I think, one of my dad's favorite books. Other than, I think, The Lord of the Rings. He loves those books. But I think this is one of his favorites because he brought it for me. He read it in Portuguese, though. I think you guys should read it. It's not as widely known, or it probably is known, just not many people, like, from Book Talk know about it. But I think many people would like this or benefit from it, and I think it has a really good message and a really good lesson in it. But yeah, that's that. Time for the Hunger Games. Okay. Last 2 are fantasy, well, dystopian and fantasy, I guess. Okay. Book is A Tale of Sorcery by Chris Colfer. Okay, I need to finish all these. I need to finish all these. I need to get the rest of these series. I need to finish those. Also, these books, I love these books so much. I love all of these books with my entire heart. I need to read all these. I've halfway through that. I'm done that. And yeah, I'm done all these. I need to read that. I need to read that. I need to read that. I need to read all that. But I've read all that. And then that's just like random books right here. And there's books I need to buy that I want to read. Like, I want to read Looking for Alaska. I want to read Tuesdays. I want to read Tuesdays with Maury. Like, there's so many books I want to read. Every time I finish a book, I'll update you guys. And I'll talk about that book. Well, actually, I'm gonna just incorporate, like, when I talk about that book, I'll put in the scene after I introduce the book in, like, this part. But anyways, I'll see you guys when I finish. Or no. No, wait. No. I'll just end the video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every time I post a new video. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope I inspired you guys to read a bit. I hope I helped add some books to your TBR. Okay. In the original footage, there was 2 other books that I was gonna read. It was The Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, and A Tale of Sorcery. It's Monday, and this video has to go up on Friday. I don't think I can read 1,000 pages in the next 3 days. I think I'm gonna cut it off now. So I just ran up 3 flights of stairs. I think I can cut it off now. I will still be reading both books, obviously, but they just won't be in this video. I'm gonna have another book video in August, not the same as this, very different, but they will be talked about in that video instead. I did pretty good. I read 4 books, finished 4 books that I DNF'd, and I'm very proud of myself for that. And did that within a week. I cannot be mad at myself. I did my best. And I made a pretty good dent in my physical TBR. It's out of my usual, it's out of what I usually do, but I did enjoy making it, and I did enjoy the books. So, bye.